Hey guys, Taylor here with UberTechs. As you can see, I've got an MSI 970A-G46 AM3 Plus AMD motherboard. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a little unboxing slash review on this bad boy. See all the ins and outs of a motherboard in case you're not familiar with one. And in later videos we're going to show install and everything you need to do with that. So let's get a little closer and dive into this guy. Alright, as you can see, we got our box here. Whenever you're looking at a motherboard, boxes are always important. Especially if you haven't really researched what you're getting, or even if you're just double checking on the stuff you research online, because new models and everything like this come out all the time. So let's take a closer look up here at the top right corner. Alright, as you can see here, you got a little list of special features the board has. Right here, obviously, it supports the AM3 Plus CPU with new BIOS. Not quite sure if that means you have to install the new BIOS or if it has the new BIOS. We'll find out here in a little bit when we go ahead and install it. Now, up until recently, AMD boards also did not support SLI, but now it does both support SLI and quad-core Crossfire GPU support. What that is if you want to run more than one GPU in your rig at a time, you can, and you can link them together. SLI obviously being NVIDIA, Crossfire obviously being the AMD Radeon platform. Again, up here is you got your Radeon graphics. If whatever you're using, either you're using NVIDIA GTX, which is the most common one, or you're using the Radeon HD, whatever it may be, 7970 if you want to go all the way up. The drivers are compatible with Windows 7. FX processor. The FX processor is AMD's newest architecture for their processors. That's what uses the AM3 Plus chipset. Remember, if you're getting one of these FX series, like the I believe it's the 4100 or the 6100 quad, 6-core and then 8-core. If you're getting one of these, you got to make sure you have the AMD AM3 Plus board, not the AM3. AM3 is for everything previous, Athlon, Semfron, most of the previous ones. Right here, if you can see that, you're just using your AMD 970 chipset. That's about it. Obviously down here, you just got your name. You got the name of the board, 970A-G46, PCI Gen 3, whatever that means. Over here you got your 1-second overclocking. Alright, let's take the back look, because obviously it's got more stuff. See what's going on here. Pretty much everything that's already on there. Yeah, alright, let's take a look at the back. Alright, now, you can see it all on here. Main feature of this board that I like that my board doesn't, it's a little older. It's got 2 USB 3.0. Okay, that's, I've got that on my back. But I like that it has the 6 SATA 6GB ports on your actual board itself. Mine does not have the 6. It only has 2, and then it has 4 3GB ones. Which is, it's nice if you're running, if you have a whole bunch of drives and all that stuff. See right here, you got instant overclocking. It's got built-in all that overclocking, all that stuff. I guess it's OC Genie 2 with MSI. I've always been an Asus kind of guy. Right here, this doesn't really explain much, but this board actually, if it says on the front, now this board actually has the Uefi Bios rather than being your old blue screen, use a keyboard BIOS. This actually has, you can use your mouse, you can click. It's really new, and it's really less demanding that the new ones are, that you really, you still need to know what you're doing, but it gives a little bit of a nicer feeling. It definitely looks cool too. Right here you can see the I/O overview. Obviously you've got your old PS2 keyboard mouse set up. You've got a fiber optic, your SPDIF port. This one even has a serial port in case you're going to use it. You've got 6 USBs on the back. Your other 6, there's actually 12 on this board. Your other 6 are actually on the board itself for plugging into the front of your case, or external USB devices, whatever that may be. You got your Ethernet, obviously your 2 blue, that's your USB 3.0, and you got your 8-channel surround. And again, all that information is just displayed right here on the specifications. Again, when you're looking at these boards in the store itself, make sure you know what you're getting before you go and buy it and waste the money and install it. Now, you can always return it if you get something that, oh, wait a second, this isn't compatible. But like me, Tiger Direct is an hour away. Why? I'm not going to waste the time. Let's get on inside. Pop it open. All right. First thing, always got the manual. Now, I live by manuals. All right. You're not a loser if you use it. You're just making sure your computer's up and running right. You know, each motherboard has different specs and different settings and all that. Now, this guy, which I found was funny, is you can kind of see how thick it is. Sorry about that. You can see how thick it is. Funny thing is, only about the first 30 or so pages are even in English. The rest of them are all in French, Dutch, whatever that is. I'm gonna go with, that's probably Russian. I don't know. But my Asus one is actually the full thickness of this, and it's all in English. But still the same thing. Oh, I forgot about that. MSI also, what they do is they do a military class 24-hour burn-in on your board, so you're less likely to have a DOA board. It's definitely nicer. And then they say they use military class like capacitors and all that kind of stuff on the board to make the board last longer. But like I said, live by this. It has, you know, instructions on everything. You know, they're very, very good. I use my Asus constantly. If I'm having any issues, I pick it up. It has all the specs listed. Keep these handy. All right, this is a quick installation guide. I actually don't know what this is. I guess it's literally, yeah, literally just that. It's just literally a quick installation guide. That's cool. You got your drivers and utility disk. Obviously, keep this somewhere very, very nearby when you're installing your system. It's very important. You got your back bezel for your when you actually install your board on your case. Shove that in there. You know, got all your ports. Right here, you got two SATA cables for plugging in optical drive, hard drive, whatever it may be. If you're building a system, generally you're probably going to need some more, because you're going to have all that storage space and drives and this and SSDs and all that good stuff right here. All right, let's take a look at the actual motherboard. There it is. All right, let's pull this guy out. It's an anti-static bag. Oh, remember, make sure when you're handling any type of part or anything like this, one, you're not on a carpeted surface. You're not on a carpeted surface. Sorry. Some people like to have like a case and they'll touch it, like an actual computer case, you know, discharge any static electricity you have. Most boards and stuff nowadays are pretty resilient to that kind of stuff, but every precaution you can, you don't want to have, you don't want anything to go wrong with your system. So let's pull this bad boy out the sleeve. Alright, as you can see, we've got our MSI board right here. Okay, let's set this on the ground. Explain a little bit of what's on here. Let's get a little bit closer here. Alright, as we go over the parts. Alright, now as you can see on here, you've got your dual channel DIMM slots, you know, for your RAM. You got your blue and blue, you got your black and black. Those are your two channels. It's a dual channel board. Every now and then you'll see another two channels over here, another 4 actual slots. And you'll be able to run 8 sticks at a time to get up to 64 gigs. Right here, it's where you put your processor. Either your FX series, you know, AM3 Plus socket, or whatever it may be, goes right there. You install a heatsink. We'll get to all that when we get there. Obviously, right here you can see where you've got your back ports, or your 8-channel sound is, Ethernet, USB, serial port, and so on and so on. All right, right over here. Sorry, let me get that in the shot. Right over here, you can see you have 2 outward-facing SATA 6 GB ports, and then on the side, if you can see that right there, you got another 4 right there going to the front of the board, or the front of the case. I'm sorry. Obviously, you got your Cmos battery, which keeps your board, you know, with all the settings and stuff on that without dying. Right here, you got your PCI slots. You got your 2 PCI by 16 slots. So, you know, if you want to run your two graphics cards, whatever it may be, you got all your ports, 2 of everything, which is nice. Generally, you know, you're going to use the PCI Express by 16, and your by 4, whatever it goes down to. The board's pretty basic. They're pretty all basic. You got, obviously down here, you got your USB inputs for your case. You got your power. You got your audio for your front case audio. You got your 24 volts over here. You got your 8-pin right there. Obviously on the board, you can see that right there. You got your SLI and Crossfire support. It's awesome design. And I mean that's pretty much it for this. It's a good board. Like I said, here in a few minutes, I'm going to record another video of actually how to install it and the little basic building a computer. But yep, this is your MSI 970A-G46. For everything I've read online, it's a great motherboard. People really seem to like it. I mean, it pretty much comes with everything you need, you know, to get up and, you know, running. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Again, this is Taylor with UberTechs. Just a quick video about the G70A-G46 motherboard by MSI. They're about, I think I saw them $75, $80 on Newegg and Tiger Direct, depending on where you go. And sometimes there's a rebate. Sometimes, I mean, they're not too expensive. They're not going to be your crazy enthusiast boards, but they're definitely going to get the job done. And you can definitely run, you know, whatever you want as long as you got the proper equipment installed on it. Like I said, thanks for watching. Actually, just started up a Twitter. It's at Tay, T-A-Y, Uber, U-B-E-R. Follow me, like me. Watch Josh's videos. Here in a little bit, we're going to be getting a website up and running. We're trying to get this UberTechs up and going. So, like I said, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.